So WWDC 2019 from Apple was by far their most exciting, their most controversial, and the most interesting event that I've seen in a long time. And here's 6 reasons why. The number 1 is the display. And I think a lot of people are going to make videos on this on YouTube, but it's called the Pro Display XDR. And I think this is one of the first products from Apple in a long time that deserves the name Pro. And that's because it is by far just a professional product. You do not want to buy this unless you're a professional. This has everything from 6K to HDR. And I'm not talking just basic HDR where someone's kind of got HDR ability. This thing gets incredibly bright, like 1000, 6000 nits is ridiculously bright, and 1000 nits constantly, forever, as the lady on stage said. It doesn't require any cooling. I've experienced this myself. I've had a 4K display and it has HDR, but it has a fan in the back of the monitor just to keep it cool because those LEDs are so bright and they require so much cooling, otherwise they just overheat. And to have it passively cooled at that much brightness is incredible. It's got a 1 million to 1 contrast ratio, which I don't even think I've seen in other monitors before. It's got everything you want for color profiles and color gamuts and all that stuff. You don't need to be too technical to know that this ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of professional users. And those professional users will be used to the price. And I'm not used to this price. It caught me back. In fact, I think the people in the audience were a bit surprised when they announced the price. This was the most controversial. I don't think I've ever heard a press conference from Apple with Apple fanboys or developers or people into the brand that is Apple given that reaction. Like, I think even the people on the stage were confused and like, oh my god, they just didn't like something we just announced. But actually, in the professional field, this isn't actually that weird. When you buy cameras, for example, you buy the base camera and it's usually very expensive, and then you buy this little thing to go along with it, and this little thing, and this little thing. And actually, it ends up being insanely expensive, but you're a professional and you need the equipment. Usually there's only one product that does what you want, so you kind of have to pay it. But I think a lot of people watching at the event weren't professional filmmakers or people in that industry. So when they announced a monitor that doesn't come with a monitor stand, you have to pay extra, $1,000, mind you, for it, I think a lot of people were taken aback. But actually, I think the people in the professional space will be glad they save some money. Don't know if it's worth £1,000 on not having the stand, because a lot of people have other options, have other setups, and don't actually want the stand it comes with. But that monitor looked great. Price, not so much. But as I said, unless you're a professional, you're not going to buy it anyway. Number 2. Oh, this is a good one. The Mac Pro. And this also has another thing, professional, in the name. And this machine is an absolute beast. It comes with lots of modularity. Or people in the professional Apple camp have really wanted this for a long time. We had the trash can, which has now been removed from the website, which is kind of interesting. But it's kind of insane to me that this thing looks like a cheese grater and no one seems to be mentioning it. No one. I'm on Twitter. Didn't hear anyone say, my god, that looks like a cheese. Am I the only one that thinks it looks like a cheese grater? Let me know in the comments. So it has the 2 handles over the top. There's also a handle in the middle, which is recessed and looks perfect. So why did they not just have 2 more of those? Or something. Like, the fact it comes so far out, over and down, I just think it's kind of weird. I just think it's a really weird choice to make it look like a cheese grater. Even on the website, there's a little button on it. Just looks like a kitchen menu bar. The computer and the specs and the design, apart from the metal aluminium and the metal kind of handles, looks incredible. I love the 4D mesh on the front. I think it looks absolutely just, it's an amazing looking machine, apart from the handle. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm so confused. The machine looks great. I really want it, but it just looks like a cheese grater Apple. The number 3 was actually pretty cool, and that is Minecraft Earth. And I've got to say, Microsoft, who owns Mojang, who makes Minecraft, was at an Apple event. A few weeks ago, they signed deals with PlayStation. Microsoft, I don't know what you're doing, but you're teaming up with all your enemies. You're like, bam, bam. Apple, best friends. PlayStation, best friends. I don't know what's going on. Microsoft getting out there. Love it. Great to see. But yeah, Minecraft Earth looked great. It looked like apparently it's a Pokemon Go equivalent, but with Minecraft, and you can build in a VR space. I'm very excited about it. I'm a huge gamer. The fact you can build Minecraft or let's just be honest, Lego in a virtual space, really, really cool idea. Can't wait to see what it looks like. Really want to get my hands on it. Okay, here's a big one I didn't hear a lot of people talking about, and that is number 4, watchOS and the audio streaming API. What do I mean by this? So at the moment, Apple has a really good thing that I love, which is where you can wear your Apple Watch, not take your phone out for a run, just have your Apple Watch with LTE connection, which means it connects to the mobile network and you have the same mobile number. You can listen to music from your watch, streaming with your AirPods, Apple Watch, stream Apple Music. It's great. However, Spotify doesn't have that feature, and there's loads of other apps that don't also have that feature, and that's until now they didn't have an audio streaming API, but now they do. It's really exciting. I can finally cancel my Apple subscription. Next up was iOS dark mode. There's a lot of performance, 2 times faster opening apps, a lot of things like that, a lot of performance gains, not a lot of visual change, but one big visual change was dark mode. I'm obviously changing to dark mode. Let me know in the comment section if you're into dark mode or you're just going to keep it bright. And the last thing, and I think honestly one thing I'm most excited for and the thing I'm probably going to get the most use out of straight away, and that is the iPadOS, or as I like to call it, iPadOS. It's going to get the ability to use the Files app with USB devices. And of course, the iPad has USB-C integration, so you're going to be able to plug in your camera, you're going to be able to plug in the hard drive and actually access all that data onto the iPad. And because until now, you couldn't do that, but now that you can, that's just huge. I love it. It's great. And for me, the ability to plug in a camera straight into an iPad and get those pictures and then send them out to, Twitter and things like that is just absolutely brilliant. Don't have to use a computer, can just lean more into the iPad system. Is great. I think that was one of the biggest complaints of the iPad 2018 was it didn't give you the ability to use just the iPad. But now with this feature, it's going to really help that transition to iPad only users. And that's pretty much it, guys. 6 things on the WWDC 2019 event. It was great. I absolutely loved the event. Let me know if you did down in the comment section, and I'll catch you in my next video.